Hi, my loves. I am just zooming in to Facebook and Instagram here. Hello, hello. How are you all? I am back here in my home, my new home, my second home, Kelowna. Let me just give you all a little bit of a clearing. Came home, I was like, ooh, we need a little bit of a clearing. So I've just been beautifully smudging my house, blessing it. It's really good to just let regularly cleanse your space. So here you go. How are you, my loves? Please type in hi as you're here. Please type in replay as you're here on the replay. I just felt really called to come on today to speak, like let like speak into those of you who are like, I'm noticing that I really desire to help my clients. And sometimes I'm really not sure what to say, how to say it. I want to hold space for them in a deeper way. And so I've been hearing that quite a bit actually. And I wanted to come on to share with you just what may be some things to really like tune into, to explore for yourself. What might be some things that areas that where you may want to see your own gaps in it and close that. And of course, I am happy to share how I can support you in doing that if you feel called. Okay. So when it comes to what do I mean by raising your clients' results? What I mean is being able to hold space for them confidently so that you are really confident about the structure you're moving them through. Yes, so if you're a Reiki healer, you're an Akashic record reader, you are in the energy work, you have a multi-dimensional healing system. This is an incredible way to know that there is a framework that you can hold your clients through. Now, I personally am a master in Usuri, Karuna Reiki, as well as Trish Bowie's, who was one of my soulmate clients, and I took her certification in multi-dimensional divine compassion and healing system. And then, of course, I'm also an Akashic record soul reader. And so with all of these, what I see often that's missing, and this also includes like personal trainers who want to really support the mindset, because everything is about mindset, right, my loves? Everything. But don't quite have the tools to help their clients know exactly how to walk them through, okay? So those of you who don't know, I used to be a registered psychologist in private practice for 11 years. I supervised provisional psychologists to support them in their process of becoming registered. And I also not supervised, but I was a teacher assistant in the method I'm certified in called Haikomi. It's a somatic approach, which means how do I stand in relationship with myself and how do I stand in relationship with others? Because if you think about it, we're always in those relationships. And so we got to be right with us first. Okay, so I would say that's the first thing is, how to raise your client results. You need to be embodied in the frequency, in the mindset, in the beliefs of where you are taking your clients. If you yourself don't believe in whatever that transformation you're supporting your clients in, because you haven't achieved those results yourself, oh, that's not being integrity. I'm just going to call you out with so much love. That's going to backfire on you. Okay? And unfortunately, I have seen coaches do this. I have seen people try to help others manifest more money when they behind the scenes are struggling to pay their rent. Okay? I personally have had some unfortunately, nightmare clients who were doing that. And in the past, no more nightmare clients, learned my lesson, right? But I was like, but you're not even doing that yourself. So how can you ask other people to? So when they were putting out the workshops, people weren't signing up because energetically they knew deep down inside, how can I help these people get these results if I myself haven't embodied those myself and actually have these in my life myself? Okay, so you guys all know I am real, I'm straight up, And that is one of my, I'm going to say maybe it's a little bit of a bias, but it's a pet peeve of mine when people are not being in integrity to showing up and supporting people in a transformation that they themselves have not embodied. All right, I'm just going to say. So if this is triggering you because you know there's some truth to that for yourself, please look at yourself. Look at what gifts you already have. You are enough. You can create transformations in what you deeply desire. Do not go for the thing that is you think going to make you money, but isn't actually aligned with what you're not embodied in. Okay? So notice you are enough with what you have. So look at what that is that you have created transformations for yourself and focus on, hopefully you have some educational background, some tools, certifications to support you in that. Okay. Now, so number one, relationship with yourself, making sure you are being in integrity to having the results you want to take your clients to in those transformations. All right. Or else it's going to backfire, my loves. All right, you can't fake it till you make it, which I also really hate that phrase. Hate it. Okay, be it until you become it. That's how you frame it. All right, so number one, that's how you raise client results, raise your own results. Be true to yourself. Number two is look at where your clients are at, right? Like look at where they're at and ask yourself, what would that next level version of them be? They should be able to tell you that actually, okay? And then ask yourself, how, with all my knowledge that I have, all the tools I have, how can I help them bridge the gap so that I'm really holding space and supporting them with the tools I have to help them raise their results? Now, what I often find, again, I'm certified in these many energy healing modalities, intuitive modality, okay? What I notice to be often something that may be missing for the practitioner is an actual framework, a transformational model, a foundation that will support where you can hold space knowing that, all right, in this phase with my clients, this is how we work together. And that's going to create this transformation. So once I get to this point, we're going to move into this phase of the transformation. So it raises the results here. And then phase 3, for example, right? I'm not saying there are 3 phases. I'm saying you're able to see and hold space for how to walk your clients through to the transformation. Now, if you're going, I don't know quite how to do that because I don't have a motto, no problem. I got something for you, my loves, okay? And so I would say, even for myself, if I did not have my psychological background, I didn't have a life coaching certification background, I wouldn't know exactly how to do that either. And I know you all desire to support your clients in the biggest way, right? We didn't get into this work just to do it. I mean, it's a lot of commitment to be holding space for our clients, bringing in and prepping ourselves energetically, right? So that we can support the healing of our clients. I honor you. I honor the work you do. And I know that, and I know I'm not speaking to everybody, I'm speaking to those of you who are light workers or healers who are, like me, impacts hungry. You know there's a bigger game inside you. You know that you deeply desire to support your clients in raising their results, getting them to that transformation, and you really want to help them, right? And sometimes you just don't know what you don't know. So this is where Flourishing Life Coaching certification, which is what I facilitate. So I certify my students, okay, like light workers, healers, practitioners, even coaches, personal trainers, even other coaches who are certified in a different certification, life coaches, to be certified in Flourishing Life Coaching. What's different about us is that we are evidence-based. So Dr. Wayne Hammond he's a clinical psychologist, and he's been doing research for over 30 years and speaking at different universities globally on strength-based resiliency. He actually has research on the 10 critical factors that help you create a very resilient life in all areas of your life. Okay, so there's 10 critical factors. And so what Abe Brown, the founder, my business partner, one of my mentors in Flourishing Life Coaching in our business, what he's done is he has worked closely with Dr. Wayne Hammond to create a coaching transformational model from the research. Now that's pretty freaking powerful, right? And the beautiful thing is, those of you who appreciate neuroscience and psychology and evidence-based, because I'm a nerd at all this stuff. I love research. I love statistics. Okay, no, I don't love statistics. I love reading about them. Okay, I don't like doing the math shit. So I like other people doing research, and I appreciate listening and reading about. I'm a psychology nerd. That's my background. I love listening to the research and how that impacts us. So taking the neuroscience and then being able to be confident in having a coaching transformational model where you can infuse your magic. So a lot of my students that take this program are Reiki masters, are healers in some way, Akashic record readers, massage therapists, even hairdressers take this course because hello, you're like a therapist sometimes, right? Or often. And you want to be able to at least have these skills to support your client. First of all, everything is a personal development, right? So you're going to be able to have some breakthroughs and see how powerful and potent this model is. And then you'll be having the tools to hold space for your clients. We also have computerized assessments so that when clients do this, it's really fun. This quiz, right? We'll call it a quiz. It spits out the results within an hour to tell them where they sit and how they rank in the resiliency with these 10 critical factors, and also understand how their strengths show up in their life and where the gaps are and how they can improve. Like you working with the coach, right? Your clients working with you, you can have conversations around, okay, here's the gaps and here's how it shows up in your life. So it's very practical. We have amazing tools to support. So it's like bringing in and upping your own knowledge, your own tools, your value basically, so that you can confidently be able to walk your clients through. The other thing is, I also say confidently raise your own rates with integrity because you've invested in yourself. You've grown into upping your value with these new skills, these new techniques. And I mean, come on. When you're doing work and you're learning something, how can you not work on yourself, right? So there you start to have more confidence, you start to have more self-belief, you start to get really excited with having this transformational coaching model that gives you certainty while you can infuse your magic of Reiki, of massage, of body talk, of Akashic in any way you desire. So it's very powerful. If this is speaking to you, DM me Flourishing. It's a 2-day immersion. So that's a little bit of the appetizer. And I can tell you a little bit more about this. If you wanted to have the full meal deal, we could talk about that because you can dive deeper into different niches. So wellness coaching, creative coaching certification. We have a sales coaching certification, leadership coaching certification, which I also will be facilitating. Okay, so there's more. I'm not going to go on about that. We can have a conversation about it. But essentially, my hope for you is that you continue to do good work on yourself, first of all, and that will transpire into the work you do with your clients. And I'm just so excited. So when you DM me Flourishing, what I'm going to do is, because this might not be for everybody, right? Like if you want to check it out to see if it's aligned for you. You're going to receive a free mini video course where my partner, founder, CEO, amazing Abe Brown, who's a high performance leadership coach, and he also has a background in counseling. He's incredible. This man is just like lives with so much integrity, practices what he preaches. I've known him since I was a psychologist, like 6-7 years ago, developed this amazing friendship. And I knew that one day I'm going to learn so much from him and work with him in some way. I just didn't know how. what that would look like exactly. But when you have that knowing in here and in your womb space, like, whoa, right? And it's just been so beautiful. I'm so proud to be part of Flourishing Life Coaching as the business development facilitator for the coaches here. So proud to be a facilitator, certify other people. I'm so proud to be sitting at the founding table. It's freaking amazing. And so what you're going to do is get this free flourishing framework so that you can see that Abe's going to be walking you through in this video series what exactly flourishing is on a deeper level. You can feel into if it's for you. If it is, what's going to happen next is that you would just have a conversation with me, see what the best fit, if you want the life coaching certification, if you desire to raise, go a little bit further in the niches that may align with your line of work in your industry and niche, we'll talk about that, okay? So I'm running my next Flourishing Life Coaching certification February 12th and 13th. That's a Saturday, Sunday. It's a 2-day immersion. Early bird is good till January 31st. All right, so I would not wait. I have had people, my loves, I see you watching, or maybe I don't because some of you are lurkers, but then you reach out to me later after the early bird when you know the early bird was on the 31st. All right, so do not wait, right? Spirit rewards those of us who take action. When you sit too long, in indecision, you're sitting on the fence too long, that is not a leadership quality. All right, so leaders make fast decisions. Yes, you need to feel into it. I am one of those people myself, and I invite you to get the full body yes. And sometimes we need to really feel into it, get more information because our ego needs to know, and that's okay because I'm the same way, okay? But when the information is speaking to you, when it's truly speaking to you, let go of the ego and just dive in. Take that leap. Because when you do, you are rewarded. And really, is anything ever a waste? There's always lessons that come through, right? And sometimes it's not what you expected as the outcome. That is another episode that I will share later. I've shared it on my podcast, Activate Your Soulgasmic Business. But lots of times what we expect something from something, it's like we get so many other gifts. We get so much more insight within ourselves. I never see education, I never see experiences as a waste. And even those that are we'll say undesirable and painful. Okay, not that this life coaching is, heck no, right? But what I'm talking about is in life experiences, right? So even in business, those nightmare clients, I'm so grateful for them now. Right? It's wow, let me look at it from a spiritual accountability and let's look at what was that in for about me. It was about victim savior. That's what it was. All right. From karmic lives and this life, right? So strengthen my own knowing and boundaries. So yes, I continue doing the work. You guys know it's no secret. I freaking love it. Obsessed with doing the inner work, the spiritual work, all the good things so that I can expand my capacity even more every day to be holding space in such a sacred way for my clients, for the collective, in whatever way that's meant to be. Because here's the thing, and you're probably like me, at the end of the day, you are here to live on purpose. You're not here to live a mediocre life. You're not here to just fuck around, right? We're here to live on purpose. Stop acting in automation and start living here. Being present here, feeling the human experience here, right? And I know that many of you are here, so many gifts, but you're scared. You're not sure. I get messages like this all the time. So what, again, I'm going to say is get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. That's just ego. If you knew you weren't going to fail, if you knew that when you take the leap of faith, that everything is going to work out for you, which it always does, okay? It always does. As long as you're staying in personal and spiritual accountability, you're showing up, you're doing your part. The universe goes, yeah, I'm meeting you there. I'm going to support you in creating the results that are supporting you being your highest good, highest truth. Yeah? Yeah. So feel into all of these words. Feel into all of these words. You can place your hand on your heart, one on your belly, your womb space. Even if you're a man, you have a womb space. This is where we birth our dreams, our creations, our ideas into the world. If it is in you, it is for you. If it is in you, it's for you. And the greatest thing that you can do is to bet on yourself. The greatest thing you can do is to bet on yourself. And how you can feel supported in doing that is by surrounding yourself with like-minded people in a community where you are committed. You are committed to expansion. You are committed to growth in the way that you deeply desire. Bet on yourself and know that you are worthy. Know that you are worthy to move into your dreams, to manifest them. Stop sitting on the sidelines. Stop it. You're not doing yourself any favors. If your body's in pain, there's a reason why. Something needs to be birthed. Something needs to be healed. Something needs to be addressed. Are you showing up? What does that next level version of yourself look like? Take this seriously. Listen to what Spirit is saying. And whether we work together or not, because I'm not attached to that, I really want you to hear. You are worthy. You are fucking worthy of living your purpose, creating that impact, getting people moving into their desired lives. There are so many fucking unhappy people right now, especially with COVID, especially with what's happening. People are sick and tired of it. There's so much heaviness. Lightworkers, healers, coaches, therapists, we need you more than ever. Stand up. Stand up. Show up. Show up. And if you need to fill in the gaps for yourself, do the work. Get the education. Bring in value, up your value with tools, with knowledge. The world needs you. Breaks my heart when I see so many gifted people living in fear. And if you want me to call you out on it lovingly, that's being selfish. That's like ego get in your way. That's being selfish because you're doing yourself and you're doing the world a disservice. Because you're not showing up in your purpose, sharing your gifts, shining, and holding space to create those deep transformations that only your future soulmate clients are desiring. And there's only one you. So show up. I'm going to invite you to just notice all these words. I'm going to invite you to notice, because some of you might be triggered right now with hearing what I'm saying, and that's okay. That's good. Let the triggers, as you lean into them, be your medicine. Your medicine's right there. Look at it. Because you know that I'm speaking truth right now. Let's just drop in some light codes to help you clear whatever needs to be cleared, to help you be activated into bold courage, to show up in who you are, to express all the parts of you, even especially the parts where you've been hiding. So breathing in and just allowing yourself to receive this light language transmission. Morakira kurati nene kuratia. Sirakira kurati mrokurakia sira mokuratia, clearing anything that's in your path. Moratia kia simurkuti mrokuratia mrokurakia nene kuratia ne mrokurakia simurkuti menekia. Sirakuarakia murutua menekia simurkuratia murakia nene mrokuratia. Breathing in, aligning, balancing. Morakia, simurkuartia, morakia, nenokuarakia, simurkuartia, nenakuartia, kuartia, menenekia, simurkuartia. Breathing in. Just letting yourself hang here. Letting yourself feel the sensations. You might notice you feel tingling. You might notice you feel shaking. Maybe your eyes are trembling. You might notice light flowing energy. You might notice more of a solidness in your core. There is no right or wrong. Your body is receiving, your soul is receiving these codes. And it's integrating in a way that is meant to for you. So just sealing this in, breathing in and feeling into all that feels aligned for you, whatever that means. And as you breathe out, anchor this in. Imagine Mother Earth is holding this beautiful crystal heart at the depths of the earth. And you're anchoring in all your dreams, your purpose, and rooting that. You're planting the seeds for your next level version of you. Feel that? And already she is holding space, energetically allowing these ripple effects for you to unfold. Next level version. Thank you for joining me, my loves. And like I shared, if you feel called, DM me Flourishing. Let's get you raising your own results, raising your clients' results, ditching imposter syndrome, because that's a thing no matter what level you're at. All right. And raising your rates with integrity if that's what you desire. Because I know a lot of you are undercharging. I know that. Okay. So I'm very excited as well. I'm going to be starting my Soul Ascension Business Academy here today in 10 minutes. And if you're feeling called to level up in your soul-led business, in your messaging, in your marketing, in magnetizing your soulmate clients and monetizing on your calling, join me in this year-long group coaching mastermind hybrid. All right. So what you can do with that, you want more information about that, DM me Soul Ascension, and it's by application only. All right, so I've got several offerings for you. If you've been listening and you've been tuning in with me for a while and you're feeling called, it doesn't hurt to have a conversation. When you don't ask, the answer is always like no. But inquire, question. There's no obligations. Open the door. It doesn't mean that you have to do anything. You open the door, you get more information, then you can feel into it. That's always available for you. All right, my loves. Mwah. Be good to yourselves. Show up boldly, unapologetically. You got this.